Right, guys. Okay, welcome to the presentation of the web project which me and my friend Christopher has been working on this past semester for the course TDDD something advanced web programming. What we have made is something approximating a music analytics app. Anyways, it aspires to be that. Or you can think of it as some sort of umbrella for a bunch of features that we want to make or try out. It is a web application built on top of React and Redux, having a RESTful API written in Node.js running Express in the back, and also a Flask Compute API, as we call it, for computation, and a Firebase database, which supports the features which pertains to storage and also live feed features. So let's see if I can log in here. Let's see, I get prompted by Spotify. Since this is our main sign-in method, I will sign in with my account. Right, so now we're loaded, and what do we have here? We have what is actually a live feed containing some interested events from actions which I have been doing on the site, and also actions from the users which I am subscribed to. So this, for instance, is from Christopher, who I am subscribed to. We have on the page a search field which actually auto-completes what you type based on the users which are present in the system. So let's see if we can find Christopher there. F-O-R-S. Alright, we found him. And let's see if we just make some noise. Okay, doesn't work. There's nobody named this. And we can even find, maybe we can find me. Yes, we can. Alright, so let's head over to my profile page. The profile page is very simple. It contains my Spotify username and my email, and also this stuff. These are saved clusters, and I will actually now show you what it means for us when we say a saved cluster. So what we're going to do is to head over to the playground, where we see some blobs with some text. What is this? Well, these are my top songs as we have retrieved from the Spotify API, and they are all clustered, and they are clustered hopefully based on how similar they are. So let's see here. Okay, so here we have what I know to be a bunch of acoustic songs. Okay, they ended up in one cluster. That's nice. And here is actually some slow going piano songs, and this is actually some neo psychedelic rock, which is a great genre, by the way. Alright, so what can we do here? Maybe we can save this, because I think this is a really interesting one. So let's save this one. Okay, these are nice acoustic songs. Let's save those. Okay, where did I end up? They are actually, they are here. That's great. Oh, and I don't want this stuff. This is in the way. Okay, now I have one nice cluster. Since I only have my own user as of now, because Christopher is not here, I will show some of the live interactions using myself signed in at 2 pages at once. So let's go to my feed here and sign me in here as well. As you can see, I was cached because I was here. Right. So let's say I go and save another one. This would be piano. Eyes to the left. You save cluster piano. Right. So maybe it's time we talk about how the live feed works then. Since we are running a RESTful API, that means that we don't really want to make an additional WebSocket server, but we need WebSocket features. So how can we solve this problem? We solved it using Firebase, because Firebase lets you hook up to a table which has specified rules, so you can only access some of the data which is in the database, and you can subscribe to it and get events when something happens to the table which you are subscribed to. So Firebase, I have console here, This is my user under the users, and these are the messages, and the messages is what is displayed in the feed. And you see here, here's the piano cluster. All right, cool. So this table in some way is connected to our front end, and this happens first. We have to specify rules, which says that a reader of the user, you can read an entry where the key matches the authenticated UID. All right, and that's related to this. Okay, so now we get an ID, but how is this all connected? Well, let's take a look at the feed React component. Let's see. All right. So the feed component, which is this component, which is responsible for this, it checks the Redux store for the access token. It queries the backend for a DB token, which is used to actually connect to Firebase. And once having received that token, it signs itself in and subscribes to the specific table. All right, and it's as simple as that. Okay, another key thing, or a tricky thing, is to get the flow using the access tokens right, because as you saw earlier, we used Spotify. Let's head back. Let's go through this again. So what happens when I click this button is that I will request to be authenticated with Spotify. If successful, Spotify will return with an access token, and we use this access token for everything. This is what unlocks the email address to a specific user, and knowing that this can only be read through an access token, we can actually use the email address as a private key, and all bunch of nice things follows from this. So what happens is, when I click this button, we will end up in the backend, which will redirect you to Spotify. And if successful, Spotify will redirect you back here to the callback. What happens then? Well, the callback will add the access token to the URL and redirect back to the front end at the user path. Okay, so let's just go into that. All right, but as you see, there's no token here. So where did it go? Well, it went into the Redux store. But where? All right, so as you recall, we redirected to user, and this is the component which is responsible for that path. And as we see, we parse the token from the URL, add it to the store, which is this line, and then we reset the path, and the path is clean, which is great, because you don't want a messy sort of URL at the top all the time. It's no nice. I'm going to show you some of the live interactions with the database, just to show you that it's hooked up, that it's working. So okay, here are the cluster tables. Remember, I created this piano one earlier, and it's here. What happens if I delete it? We go into profile, piano, delete, and like that, it's gone. Let's delete this one too. Cool. I think that's sort of the main features. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a nice day. Bye bye.